Right, once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, sanitation to the elect, the goodly men that push in this word in sincerity and in all truth. This is Brother Koda from the Trinidad camp. I just come tonight to do another video. The the name of the video is entitled Esau New Year is a lie according to the scriptures, right? Because we see in that right now December the 21st, the 31st, right now we are hearing bursting of all kind of scratch bombs and basically ringing in the new year, the so-called new year as they say, right? But that is not the new year according to the Bible, right? And it shows that mostly Jacob's seed is being deceived running down these holidays that is not pertaining to them. It make no sense. You understand? Because who buy out all the scratch bomb and all the fireworks in the shops? Jacob's seed. You understand? They barely have money to pay the bills, and because fireworks and things, as I understand, is all kind of $500 for one and all this kind of thing, and yet still you're seeing Jacob's seed with 10 and 20 of these things where they gain this money from. Loan that to pay. You understand? Basically they had to borrow money from people to buy scratch bombs. You understand? And to ring in a false new year. You understand? Where Esau is the one who set up all these days, and just to basically had the seed of Jacob on folly. You understand? It says here in Mark 7 verse 8, for I will start at 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching the doctrines and the commandments of men. Right? Celebrating this false new year is a commandment of man, which is basically a commandment of Esau, because he say, basically on his Gregorian calendar, that this day is the day of the new year. Now, answer me this. In the new year, right? Let me look at the word new. You're supposed to be seeing signs of nature coming in as new, in the sense that trees supposed to be blossoming, birds get a new coat, etc., etc. But you're not seeing these things on the first of January. You understand? So how could that be the new year? What new you're seeing? You understand? You see nothing new. And that is just a lie of Esau. You understand? To basically have people spending the money on vain holidays. You understand? Having the nation of Israel going off. You understand? Reading on. For laying aside the commandment of Yahweh, ye hold the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. Understand? Which Yahweh is showing that, hey, all they keeping holidays, you understand, which is the tradition of men, which have nothing to do with the Bible. You understand? Because you ain't seen nothing here telling you that you have to go and basically keep a day called ringing in the new year. You understand? That is why it is said that all the days that we supposed to be keeping, right? The nation of Israel doesn't keep it. You understand? And that is why this captivity is really the worst captivity out of all that was in the past. Because Israel totally forget who they is. Forget what we used to do back then. You understand? You feel back then we could have be keeping, say we ringing in false New Year and all this kind of thing? No. You understand? That wasn't Israel back then. But Israel have strayed totally far from the path of Yahweh. You understand? Reading on. Full well ye reject the commandments of Yahweh, that ye may keep your own traditions. You understand? New Year, Christmas that was gone a few days ago, all these is basically the own traditions. You understand? Traditions that they pick up from Esau. You understand? That is why the world is really given into his hands. Everything revolves around him right now. You understand? The traditions of men. That is where Israel pick up. That is where Israel going after. You understand? That's showing blatantly that they're going off. Right? If you listen carefully, you'll be hearing fireworks and all these things bursting in the background. You understand? In the ghetto. And we know the meaning of the word ghetto is a place where Jews dwell. You understand? Which showing that, you know, Israel going off. This is Exodus 12. I'll read at verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Right? It shall be the first month of the year to you. You understand? But it's not January. You understand? Because when does the Passover be kept? The Passover does be kept around the same time as the Easter. You understand? And the 14th, that's not a negate. This is Ezekiel 45 verse 21. And it says, 45 verse 21. In the first month, in the 14th day of the month, ye shall have the Passover, a feast of 7 days. Unleavened bread shall be eaten. You understand? And that has been kept around the so-called Easter. You understand? Which is the beginning of spring. That is when you see flowers blooming, animals getting a fresh coat of everything blossoming anew on the earth. You understand? That is the beginning of the year. Right? But you jakes who sottish and knowing nothing, simple ones, or they will keep December the 31st as the old year into the new year. You understand? But all you're going off because that is not the custom of Israel. You understand? That is why it is said, not all that is of Israel is Israel. You understand? Because basically all they're living like the heathens, or they're living like Esau. Because all they do everything that Esau say. You understand? Or they wouldn't even question it. Go into the Bible and things like that. Right now, tonight, the whole house that is basically called the churches where the false pastors dwell, the false prophet dwell. You understand? Right now, that house full of people. You understand? Going there, seeking new beginning. You understand? Basically filling up the pastor collection basket tonight. You understand? The nation of Israel going off, serving these vain customs. You understand? Because this have nothing to do with Yahweh. You know, Christmas, Easter, Carnival, because all they just kept Christmas. Now all they're celebrating the New Year, or their so-called New Year, right? Esau so-called New Year, which is a lie. And just now Carnival coming, that all they're going to celebrate a next pagan holiday. You understand? And Esau and Easter, Salak, and so forth and so forth. You understand? Or they're just going off. You understand? Right? If you listen now, you're hearing all the boosting of the $500 scratch bomb and all these things that they buy, wasting the money just for it to go up in a ball of fire. You understand? Israel going off. Israel completely going off. You understand? Israel going off. This is Acts 12. I'll read from verse 1. And it says, Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in the prison to deliver him to four cautioners of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. You understand? So they're showing that basically Easter and the Passover is kept, around the same time. You understand? Which is springtime. You understand? Easter is a pagan holiday because they don't keep Easter according to how the Passover is kept in the Bible. You understand? But Easter and the Passover, you understand, is basically kept around the same time. You understand? So this is showing that Israel going off by Esau's teaching, Esau's vain teachings. You understand? This is Colossians 1 verse 8 and 9. And it says, um, Colossians. Just bear with me a little bit. I make sure I had the right thing. Well, I can't find it right about now, but basically, Israel going off by serving these vain traditions of men. Understand? Yeah. So that is Colossians 2, verse 8 and 9. And it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua. For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Right? And ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. You understand? So basically, those who keep in these traditions of Esau, or they're not complete. You understand? Hence the reason why all they will be destroyed along with all their God, because Esau is all their God, because all they're doing basically everything that he see. If he say shit is bread, or they go eat it. You understand? Because everything that he say, all they're doing. You understand? So I hope that this was, edificational. And this is Brother Kwada, of the Trinidad camp, once again come to do a video, giving all praises to Yahweh Basham Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Well, salutations to the elect, the godly men that doing this word in sincerity and in truth. Right? December the 31st is not the new year. You understand? So basically, these jakes, they're spending the money in vain. You understand? And following after traditions of men, and not after Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. You understand? So with that, once again, give all praises and say shalom until next time.